So last we left off, our intrinsic adventurers had just completed an interesting development as they were summoned into the apparently the 9 layers of hell to participate in everyone's favorite game show, Damn That Soul. After various challenges hosted by their charming host Beelzebuddy, the party had completed the task, finished it with Worm coming out ahead as the top champion just barely, by less than 100 points, finishing off Morgana by almost completing the entirety of the final stage of the challenge. But with the party now back together, they were snapped out into existence, leaving the thing, and now they are just simply in this black room with absolutely no light or surroundings upon them. You look about you and you see Loic has once returned, but Soma seems to be missing.
So now. Okay.
And still no visualization of your rabbit companion.
I have something that says dunce cap in my inventory, and I don't remember what that is or how I got it.
Oh,
I
remember
like-
that dropped your intelligence down to 3 for the
Oh.
because you lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So for the next for this floor, you got a 3 in.
That's all right. I wasn't that smart anyway.
Yeah.
Now it seems like I'm having trouble with my basic nervous system breathing and.
Not quite that dumb, but you're kind of like when they ask you to go, what's 2 + 2? You go fish. But yeah.
Hungry.
For the purposes, don't worry about role playing. It just means like.
No,
you
you're
know-
good. No. I've got a -4 stat for my intelligence right now.
Jesus.
But as you guys are in this blackened room looking about confused, the familiar voice of Beelzebuddy starts ringing out from the shadows. Well, darling, I have to admit, that was the most amazing feature I've ever seen. You boys are stars! A real star power for a lot of you. So much so, I have a new thing in charge for you, something that will bring you into the limelight. And as you watch Beelzebuddy, the little purple imp, walks out, and no longer wearing his gold white game show outfit, but is now wearing what looks to be a 1920 silent film director's outfit.
What, like turtleneck and tan pants?
Turtlenecks, yeah, he's got like the turtleneck and a little Pomodoro black hat on, and he's got like the little microphone for direction, the speaker direction phone.
Huh.
As he walks up to I have a new brilliant thing for all of you. I want to create drama, tension, dramatics, and what I need from you is the ability to put you into a new vast world surrounded by love, hate, death, war, passion. As he looks at you, but you will be my main characters. But to make sure you have at least a thing, your goal for this next little thing is you will have to discover 3 of these. And he pulls out what looks to be this strange looking key. And this one I give to you for free. And he hands it out. Anybody wants to take it from his hand may do so.
Worm can grab it.
Worm, you grab it. It just looks to be this strange little key. And you look at like
Odd-looking knife. Got it.
Yeah. but the what's the part of the key? The top part, not the teeth. I can't think of the name for it. But
We'll call it the head.
yeah, the head of the key though. You're looking at it and it looks kind of weird looking. Like it's this weird circular shape with holes in it. It makes you think of something, but you can't remember what for obvious reasons.
What door does this key open?
Ah, you see, that key is a set of 3. You will have to work your way into gathering the other 2 keys, which will open a secret passageway down to a depth floor where you will have to make your way through and eventually find the exit. Once you do, you will move forward. But, as I say, to get these keys, you will have to figure out a way to get them from the people who control them. Do it any way you want. You may charm your way through, or you can be bloodthirsty warriors slaughtering all in your path. Or perhaps you'll play the political game. It's all up to you, honestly. But, darlings, feel free to improvise. Show me that acting muscle. And he goes,
Loic slowly raises his hand.
Oh, yes, Loic, what is it?
Jesus, dog. Jesus fucking Allie, please. Yeah, no, he just like raises his hand and is just. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, that's right, you weren't here last week. Sorry, name's Beelzebuddy. I happen to, well, let's just say the wizard has me about for when he's a little too busy to play with his toys. But I'm here to entertain all the same.
The whole game.
Game?
You missed the whole game. And which form is champion of again?
He just looks confused, but he just kind of lowers his hand further.
Also, when you look at Worm, he is wearing a tall white hat in the shape of a cone that says dunce on it.
Yeah, Loic kind of like side-eyes you a few times, like a dog that's kind of anxious before just looking forward and feels somebody.
You also look over and see Morgana, who also seems to have a small pigtail on her back.
Are we Morgana again, or is it Zalista?
No,
Oh,
it's
Zalista.
still Zalista.
Sorry,
okay.
Zalista.
Wait, have we woken up yet?
Technically, it would be a new day. You have had a long rest.
Oh, wait, so where are we currently?
You're in a black room that you guys had been in and basically slept through until you woke up this moment. And now you're just in
Okay.
this black void room.
Okay.
So, for that matter, you may be a new person today if you wish, Storm. I don't know how you're running it, but it is a new day.
Yeah, you guys would not see Zalista. Instead, you would see a, kind of, you'd see a black-haired, like, pale, woman. Her hair's kind of, like, thick and, puffy, like, out at the top, and kind of flows downwards. She's got, like, black, eyeshadow, like, covering her eyes. Her eyes are, like, piercing green. Her lips with red lipstick. And then she has this kind of very revealing kind of outfit where she wears basically, these dark gloves that kind of don't... It's not... they're kind of like... The ones where it reaches to, like, the finger. And only covers one part of the finger and like kind of arches like a triangle. And then she wears this kind of very long black skirt with kind of like it looks like these little chains kind of wrapped around her waist and like kind of swelling around a little bit more to hit the ground. And this very seemingly just wearing a bra. Very light top piece. And she appears to be well, I guess the closest... I don't know what the closest similarity to in whatever this world is, but she appears to look Asian-ish. Or the
I mean, considering
fantasy
this,
equivalent.
you guys technically are all from your own world, so...
Worm's gonna raise his hand.
Yes, Worm, what is it?
Mr. Beelzebuddy. Who's
Yes?
that?
That was the picture for Storm.
Yeah, no. That's what Worm's asking. He's pointing at
Oh, okay.
them.
You do see the
is.
pigtail and you do see the necklace
Yeah.
that has
Worm's
been...
not putting that together.
Oh no, that's fine.
Oh, this is your companion worm. Don't worry about it. You don't want to overheat the brain there as he pats your kneecap.
Just not. That's-
She just looks kind of very straight-faced and kind of gives you this kind of haunting look. Worm. I'm sure we'll be acquainted soon enough.
Feels like these. We could just share names now. I'm Worm.
That's Tano. Yurakuri.
I did not hear that.
Hatano Yurakuri.
Tano, you're. Worm's just gonna
It's-
nod.
Yeah, Hatano's fine.
Hatano, no, I got Hatano, yeah, but Worm's just gonna nod, like, and just give it that stupid smile. Go on, this, like I said, we are Worm. This is Look.
I've been aware.
That's quite interesting. Our friend has pigtails too.
Curious, isn't it?
Yes. Slowly turn back to Mr. Beelzebub. Worm will look at Loic and like they're stupid. What a weirdo.
Beelzebub looks at all of you. Well, now that you're prepared and know what your motivations are, I suppose it's about time for us to get the show on the road, shouldn't we? And you see Beelzebub kind of sit down in what looks like darkness, but then like this chair materializes under him, but has like this long arm crane and just lifts him up into the air.
I get to keep the key,
Yes,
so we only need 2 more, right?
you need 2 out of the 3. Yep, you are given one of 3
Okay.
keys.
Oh, so the nature of this isn't a competition. We're collecting them all together as a group.
Yep, this is a group thing. Like you guys are working together as a
Got
proper adventuring party.
Okay.
It's just you don't know where the other 2 keys are, but he did hint that they are being possessed by other peoples. And you're
The absolute confusion of this whole place, and from room to room, and just how different each one is just stunning for the characters on their own.
Hear that again?
It's a stunning thing, like to react as a character, just go from one wildly different room to the next.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
like
do
you can
game.
either react or you just don't do anything at all.
Yeah, it's stand there with your mouth open. All right, sorry, Heath.
Don't worry, it's not get you. Don't worry, you guys will get some chances to actually slow it down this round. It goes. Anyways, as Beelzebub rises up, as the chair lifts him up into the air, he brings up the little microphone to his mouth. He goes, "Ready, set, action!" And as he shouts the words "action," you guys look down, and the black floor dissipates, and a white hole opens up, and you fall through.
Pretty
Fun.
standard at this point.
And as you guys are falling through the air, you feel the rushing wind coming past you. As all of a sudden you, boo-boo, as you land, you're not hurt. You kind of land, but the landing seems kind of soft. Like, oh no, it seems weird. When you land, it's like you didn't hit with the full weight of your body somehow. Like you landed light. You fell a long distance, but you didn't hit with a lot of impact for some reason.
What I'm hearing is I can fly, and I'll try to jump again.
You jump and you go up and then you come down.
Oh, okay.
But as you jump up, you hear a grrr and a little creak, and you look down. You see these really weird-looking floorboards underneath your feet. Like they're really, really large wooden panels, like oddly so. And you look about and you see these massive, huge, like iron rivets in it. And then
Wait, what has iron rivets exactly?
the floor, or at least what you assume is a floor when you look down.
Ah, okay.
And then you guys stop and you look about and you're like, all of a sudden, like, this. Wait, what's going on here? As you look about, you kind of see like. At first, you see this large, strange glass object in front of you, towering like 3 to 4 times your height. It's like it looks almost like a glass pillar, and it's got strange writing on it. But the writing is weird, and then you take a closer look at the writing, and you see that the writing is paper showing this giant glass pillar.
Can I read it?
You have to kind of walk around to get a full thing. You can read it. And after a couple seconds, you realize it says beer.
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 A
As-
giant mug.
It's a cup. Are we tiny?
And at that point, you also hear another little thud next to you, and you look behind you. And this is where I wish Zaku was here, because this would have been great with Zaki, but unfortunately, I'm still going to run it regardless. You look behind you, and you see this giant white-sized creature standing before you. The worm, it's as big as you or bigger. It looks really, really, really familiar. As it's got little whiskers, little.
Oh my
little
god, is
pink
it the
tail.
fucking mouse?
Yes,
Shrunk.
it's Lychee.
Oh, it's the same size as me now?
Oh my god.
Yes, he's
Worm's
the
gonna
same
take a
size.
step back. No, we're just gonna pretend like we did not see him there. That is not. I have tried to
Worm's
eat him
like-
several times.
All the times we said that, I was kidding.
Look.
Easy, giant. He squints at him like he recognizes him, but he doesn't at the same time.
Thanos, Lychee kind of wanders up towards you, Loic, and just kind of sniffs your face. And then stands on his paws and just kind of wraps him up on your arms and kind of pulls you in.
Oh. There. He like goes from stiff to like patting this
You feel
giant rat.
you feel that Lychee it's starting to shiver. Like it seems Lychee's scared and is looking for comfort. It's
This is okay. Yeah. He like reaches up for his ears and kind of scratches from behind, kind of petting the neck area. He's very much trying to soothe this giant rat like a horse.
yeah.
Worm's gonna slowly lower his accent. He's just gonna be like, "That's right, boy. Keep him still."
You're not trying anything, are you?
I'm gonna look to Hatana and is Bees nobody else. It's just and then Loic and no.
Good. Because that would probably be bad.
Seems like we've shrunk. Curious indeed.
But why are we so Beezle body?
Beelzebuddy, is that it? Why are we small? Are you around?
You hear no answer. But as you shout that outside, everybody roll me a perception check.
Just what I'm good at. It's a Zaka.
Oof, oof.
Hey!
Hey! So, Worm, you're too busy looking at Lychee to notice anything. As for your character, Storm, who I'm going to keep forgetting the name of because I keep saying the name
Hatana.
Morgana because that's your
Yeah.
token name.
Oh, is it the token name? Oh.
Yeah, your token name doesn't change when I switch the token for some reason.
What's her name? Storm?
Hatano.
Hatana?
Yeah, put it in
Hatana.
Discord. That'll help.
Hatano.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, you just gotta remember, she's
Ah!
hot, So it's hot, A for Asian, and she's new. Hot, Asian, new. Hatanu.
That's an interpretation.
It's one way to. It's a clever way to think of it.
Maybe a little offensive, but
You though, Hatano, are looking about, and you too, you're confused. The whole size shape thing is throwing you off, and you're also flabbergasted by this mouse hugging Loic and trembling for some reason. Loic, though, you noticing the trembling mouse, realize, wait a minute, why is it trembling? And you look back at the bottle again, you realize there's something attached to the bottle you didn't notice right away, as you see what looks to be giant webbing.
Oh.
And then you hear, on top of that, a buzzing sound fills the air.
Loke doesn't even look for it. He just immediately turns to the others. I think we need to go. We need to go now. Giant.
It sounds like we're sitting on a bar, right?
Yes, you are on top of a bar.
Okay, so there's cliffs technically to the side of this.
Yes, and at that point, crawling from out beneath the bar surrounding you, you see these giant-sized spiders popping up, and in the glare, you see what looks to be wasps buzzing about you as we are here.
Oh no.
Mr.
Hatano will
Loic,
kinda
may I
look
do
over.
something now?
Hatano will kind of look over towards the spiders and kind of tilt her head. Well, hello there, please.
Loke just looks over at her.
I think Worm's gonna do the same thing with that response. We're just gonna stop at third.
Anyways, you guys may roll initiative, but
See,
Look.
I would like to point out, these are regular sized spiders.
they are just regular spiders that are giant to you.
They're gonna
Look,
have
this-
extra abilities that they shouldn't have.
He just pulls out the fucking flail. Just the sigh.
Actually, oddly enough, regular spiders don't have any other abilities. Normal spiders don't. Their abilities are just bamped up to their size.
Their
Well,
ability
that's
is that they were
disappointing.
strapped to an oxygen tank for their entire lifespan.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Sure,
don't
get-
have any
get
magical.
open.
They just have web shoot and poison, just like normal spiders. You know what? Because we're down 2 players, let me readjust what's on the map. There we go. That should even things out.
Should we move one?
I deleted a spider and a wasp.
Okay.
Oh, there's wasp too?
Yep.
Oh, I see them.
Yeah, you see these big guys.
Yeah, I'm not good at the range stuff.
Don't
Hey.
worry, they're wasps. It's not like they have range. They have to get close
I guess
to
that's
you.
a good. It's a
We
magic
give the-
world and we're tiny. I don't know.
I'm just letting you know they're normal wasps.
Low-key, it's honestly refreshing to have to fight a wasp that's large. Like, of course it's scary, but like at least you can track their movement.
Hey, we
Dude.
give the wasps to the spider, and then we become friends.
Yeah, give them up as sacrifice.
If you shout that out loud, that will be Worm's mode of operation. He will try that. But his first go-to is to hit stuff.
No,
So
you're
the
up.
objective is don't.
You're up first, Loic. So
Honestly, let's see. Let us see. Yeah, this is this like not amazing. Yeah, okay. I think if anything, what are these? Are these literally like candies or some shit that are just on the table?
everything you see on the table, those are the bottles.
Those are the bottles.
Yeah,
Okay.
the-
Oh,
the
it's just
big-
the bottle standing up.
It's just
I
the
see
bottle
it,
standing
yeah.
up, and then there's bottles lying down. Yep.
Well, I would feel Omega stupid if I were to cast Bless right now and then immediately get it dispelled by an attack. That would make me muy sad. Frankly, there's a low probability of that happening.
It's a
But that
very,
entirely
a very
depends
low
on.
probability.
Yeah, but that also depends on whether or not they feel like swarming somebody. But,
I mean, swarming, swarming you.
yeah, me. They're not that intelligent.
I mean,
One can
they're
assume.
literally bugs.
I know, but I've seen worse things that you guys have pulled out. Okay.
Oh, shoot, you know what? I forgot to roll for one other companion.
We have another
Like-
companion.
On our side or theirs.
On your side.
Oh my god. I wish I didn't have the sort of relationship I had with Lychee, because how cool would it be if I wrote him?
I mean, that was what I was actually going to let Zaku do if he was here. But,
Yeah.
And I didn't
yeah,
want to
no, I
spoil
think-
that, because, like, oh no, it's too perfect not to have Lychee's human size with you guys in this scenario.
But with everything that I have, honestly, I think it's actually best. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna cast a level 2, Bless, on everyone here,
Okay.
including the spiders. Ha ha ha! Make sense. That makes sense. No. Yeah, I'm gonna cast that level 2. Let me go ahead and. Whoop.
Dude, I shouldn't have giggled that as much as I did. You fucking doing that.
Well, I'm glad.
But
yeah.
okay, so you cast Bless. You still have your movement, obviously. So
Yeah, I'm. I guess I will stay close to the rat. He's afraid, and Loic's whole thing as a paladin is he's kind of supposed to defend those. So yeah.
Oh, he's so noble.
But if anything, he'll also call over to New Lady, who I don't believe she actually said her name to the group yet, or did she? I
No,
don't
she
know.
did. She did.
Yeah, Wormast.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Loic will probably just look over towards her, and kind of in the heat of the moment, he just kind of beckons over towards the lot of the three, and it's just, you're probably going to want to stay closer. Just saying.
and with that, the first lost turn, as it will, it's just a bug, so it don't know any better. Will attack the closest person too, which is Hatano.
That's fine.
Immediate incentive.
Does a 22
Oh.
hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, I rolled an at 18 on this bastard. You take 7 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Plus the bless.
17.
Yep, you're good. You take an additional 7 poison damage, so a total of 14 damage.
Oh.
What is that? Like nearly half your HP?
Yeah, I rolled stupid high
Oh.
on this thing in every aspect.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
I'm pretty tanky.
Hatano, you're up.
I don't
Makes
really
sense
wanna
given
get
your
hit by
curse.
that I can. I mean,
Wait, didn't you
I
change curses?
no, I
Oh,
I changed
I
curses
had-
last time.
okay.
I mean, I built this character to have high con in the first place,
Uh huh.
so it wasn't. The curse just kind of landed on top, and I'm like, okay. Well, it's a good thing I have high health, otherwise this would be very bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I guess I will do a little bit of numbers needles. That does not okay. I love roll 20. Play the card, cast the spell.
I see it.
Do the spell.
magic-
There you go. Yeah.
No, but it didn't. It's not doing the
Oh yeah.
The
it's-
attacks you have to roll. You should be on the sheet, not on the. If you're on the spell list, you can't do it from there. You have to go into your main sheet with the attacks, like where you do a weapon attack. It should be there.
No, it's alright. I usually cast it from the spell sheet. I've got it.
Okay, there you go.
It just breaks sometimes. As you see, she kind of like extends her hands out, and sweeping up the kind of radiant shadows, or kind of like the shadows that are kind of floating around her. Weaves in sewing needles made of pure darkness and sends them flying outwards towards the wasp.
Doing quite a lot of damage, as it's not looking too well after that.
Fucking dope.
It's boo boo boo, as it was, and kind of angly, kind of loopy flies.
Do I want to risk?
The attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, Worm's coming up pretty quick, so.
Yeah, she'll just
Oh, you're not gonna like what Worm's gonna do on his turn then.
stay there. She'll kind of call out, let's see if they'll take these wasps as offering. She kind of gestures over. She does a little like sweeping hand motion to try and coax the spider towards the wasp,
Okay.
but that's it.
Hey, Spider's
move.
turn.
Actually, I'll stay low.
It will move towards Worm,
Uh-huh.
because, you know.
Could you allow me a
Spiders-
moment to rage?
Spiders are dumb. Yep.
And we'll take a bite.
It will try.
Does a 20 hit? God, I'm
Not
rolling
much
so
rage.
high.
Yes, it hits.
Well, you can read it. I'll just keep it on. You know, I don't care if you guys know what their abilities are, so I'll roll publicly. So,
Constitution saving throw.
yeah, I need a con save for half damage. Hey, you're good.
Nice.
So you only take 11 damage total, Worm.
Extra thick.
As this spider just crawls on your face and just sees this big juicy worm and takes a bite.
All right.
You're up, Worm.
Okay. And Atano said out loud, feed the wasp to him, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
So-
it just attacked you, so.
No, that's fine. Worm's gonna bear hug it and try to pick it up and carry it over to the wasp.
Okay.
Oh, Dylan, you never
Roll
disappoint.
me a grapple check.
Yeah.
And if you're raging, if you rage first,
Oh,
obviously
I
at
am going. I am
advantage.
going to rage.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me mark that away, and it'll be the tail, so I get a big spiky tail. I think that's the best one for right now. Okay. So grapple check. What is that? Athletics.
Athletic check, yep.
25.
It can't beat it, even if it rolled a nat 20, so you grapple it
right.
effectively.
I'm at half movement, so I can move 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm sort of just gonna kind of push its head towards the wasp.
I mean, technically its jaws are sunken into you, but okay.
I mean,
Well,
it is.
I mean, that rolled a 25. I think I can rip it off, right? Like,
Yeah.
I've got it in
I
my
mean,
hands.
you got it, you push it off, but I mean, at the moment, it's
Okay.
just attacking. I mean, you're not sure what it's doing, but you still have a second action still for your attack action.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna grab the wasp. I'm gonna put it in between me and the spider.
Now kiss.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
so you're gonna try to grab the wasp next. Okay.
Yes.
You can
Worm's
make another.
gonna mush them together.
Make me. So one hand. You don't have a weapon then, right? Because obviously you can't. hold a
I have
weapon
not
to do
drawn a
this.
weapon. No.
Okay. In that case, roll me another athletics.
Ooh, that one's not as good.
Beats the wasp.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
So now you've got the giant spider in one hand, which you can't really control very well because it's bigger than you, and the wasp in the other hand. You're kind of battling, holding them together.
All right. You guys just see Worm trying to make him smush.
Lychee's turn. Lychee will look at Loic. Loic, you may command Lychee to do something.
I think Loic will look over towards Lychee, and he will just look over towards Hatano and will point over towards her. It's just make sure that she's safe. I can take care of myself.
Lychee kind of twitches her nose at you and goes doop, boop, 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 and moves here and will make her 2 attacks.
Nice.
kind of look over towards you. Oh, I admire that, darling, but I'm really fine. I can take care of myself.
Lychee will make a bite attack to start with,
Worms
Missing
is gonna be
completely.
shouting, Lychee, no!
and then it'll try to swipe at it with her claws. God, Lychee just. Of course, I roll terrible when it's the NPC's turn. God, as Lychee just fails miserably trying to attack this wasp.
Something beautiful about Lychee being a black bear in disguise.
I just picked an animal that was about the right size for Lychee.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of wish I could have an animal companion that would be something like a mouse, but with bear stats. Magic creature.
Hey, this wasp is going to move. Doesn't like giant spider. Yeah, it's going to attack Lychee, unfortunately.
No.
As this comes in to try to sting Lychee. God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Don't pass the con save, so Lychee luckily is only going to take 7 damage. Second giant spider turn. We'll move over, crawling on the side of the bottle. Loic, you see this giant spider crawl around on the side of the glass bottle and look at you and tries to take a bite out of you.
Lord.
No, it misses. The person with the highest AC, I load the roll of stuff. This. Where's 2 more wasps. Where's this guy? This wasp. Okay, there he is. Go fly.
Another Loic.
Yeah, why did another Loic pop up? He'll.
Where did that come from?
Oh, oopsies.
Judah, what's your AC?
My AC is 18 with the shield.
I'm 17 with a shield, but it can be anywhere between 17 and 25.
25.
Because I can roll a D8 as a reaction on my turn and up my AC.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you might need it as this wasp will be attacking you.
Well, that seems rude. I'm holding hands with his buddy.
15, which meets your AC at the
No.
moment because you do not have a shield. Huh?
Oh, it does.
Yeah, 'cause
so yeah, no, it doesn't, because I would just roll the tail and it would be 16 if I
Yeah,
rolled the one.
exactly. But I'm just saying it hits you
Yeah.
without your tail, but that's your reaction, isn't it?
Yeah, that is my reaction. I thwack it with my tail.
You thwack it out of the way with your tails. It's just about to sting your butt. And,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, you're the closest thing to everything, unfortunately.
Fuck!
But he's also the barbarian, so that's honestly a very good thing.
Oh,
you're
missed it
doing good
completely.
tanking, buddy.
Loic, you're up.
doing good tanking. All right. Oh, luckily this thing's large, so I can move over here without taking an attack of opportunity, I think.
Yes, that
Yeah.
would still be within 5 feet of it.
Awesome. And I am going to go ahead and... what do I do? Let me just... One target at a time. One target at a time. Though... You know what? Yeah, maybe this is a stupid idea, but I'll see about it. Let me check.
Stupid
what
ideas are the
my-
best ideas.
You're absolutely. Yeah. Loic's gonna risk the attack of opportunity, moving over here, and he's going to attack the wasp over here. So, did you roll the attack, Heath?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you made the... I will do that.
Jesus.
Okay, well that
Oh, it
hits.
hit this time. Cool.
So 7 piercing, and I need a con save with your D4.
2 con saves, right?
Yeah, well, con save for the poison, then you can roll your con save for the
Okay.
I forgot to roll my curse at the beginning of my turn, which is fine. Don't worry about it.
Whew, okay. Passed that one.
So you only take a total of 11 damage.
Okay. And
Con
called?
save. How do you?
sorry?
I'm just looking at your. You're level 6 paladin, aren't you?
Level 5.
Oh, okay. You multi-classed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sad. The aura.
Sad, don't you mean single ability? Yeah. Anyways, when it comes to rolling for concentration for bless, do you get the bless advantage?
Yeah,
Or...
Yes,
you do.
yes.
You get the
Okay,
advantage
yes.
on. That's why it's so good to bless yourself when you bless.
Nice.
Let's get it. All right, and yeah, you're right. That is powerful. Okay, but yeah, let me get my attacks in. My Pokemon brain is like, hit it with fire. Super effective with bug. But
Dude, my
yeah.
kid just beat the Elite Four today for the first time.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, she's been pretty excited about it.
Your
What
kid
gen
has
did she
become a
play?
man today.
She started with the Let's Go, so that was her first run.
Oh,
through.
go. Let's go.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Which, by
That's
the
a good
way,
beginner.
great introduction to Pokemon.
Absolutely. That's a 14 to hit.
That hits.
One other thing.
You crack into this
Nice.
thing. It is looking really rough. You've already bloodied it in a single smite.
Fuck yeah. Part of me wants to smite it, but alas, I have extra attack. I ought to use it. Oh! I could always use it on the other one.
You could hit two. If you kill it, you can keep moving.
I mean, I can also magic missile it down.
I know, but bursting things is fun as a paladin.
True.
How much
I-
extra damage does a smite with level 1 spell slot again?
2d8.
I forgot.
38.
2D. Ooh, I have to try. So yeah, I'm gonna throw a smite on that bad boy. Let's see.
Spiky fucking wasp swatter straight into the face.
9 HP.
Just survives, unfortunately.
Whoa.
Damn it! Oh well.
But this thing now is like bleeding and pulsating. It's kind of barely hanging on. It's kind of bobbing up and down.
Yeah, and I think, I just want this thing dead. And in the same kind of spin, in that kind of ethereal glow of the flail head, he just kind of crosses it across his body and goes for a downward strike. And another hit. Womp. Oh, there it is.
That'll kill it. As it just pops in the air, you see wings and body parts fly everywhere.
Fuck yeah. All right. That's case.
Who said that?
Yeah,
Who said fuck yeah?
that was me.
Okay, that fucking voice.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, you probably just got not used to it over time. But yeah, this is how I am. But
No, just
I'm gonna say
fuck
here.
yeah.
Finally get to burst things. I never get to do this as Klaus, unfortunately. But yeah, that I think will be the end of my turn. Yeah, it'll be the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. That next giant wasp turn, well, it's being hauled on by this giant lizard, so it's going to try to sting the thing that's holding it.
Make a try, I'll catch it.
I believe in you.
Missing! You just kind of
Yeah.
can't seem to get the stinger in as you just kind of hold it at arm's length, kind of like a tall man holding a short man by the head.
Oh, by the way, Loki, you could probably move if you wanted to since it's dead.
Oh, I know. It's just that I also want to kind of keep in between. I want to keep as closest to the both of you guys as possible, so I can use my feet.
Ah, okay.
Anyways, you are up, Storm.
How bad is that one looking? That's like
Just about bloody.
just about bloodied.
Literally 1 HP away from bloody.
Fuck it. We'll give him. Oh, well, I guess. I guess we just do the fucking combo. Is this a bonus action or an action? Oh, that's an action. I can't do that. I will. She will pull out a kind of wait, where is it? She creates a scythe as she kind of weaves the shadows together that like kind of float around, and creates this kind of shadowy looking scythe as she brings it down on top of the wasp, I suppose. And I will cast Shadow Scythe, which is Shadow Blade.
Yep.
And give it a smack. Do I have... yes. This.
That'll hit. Unfortunately, it just
Not-
survives.
Yup. But it does 10 points of necrotic damage.
This thing starts shriveling up. Anything else?
No.
Okay, giant spider will bite the thing that's making it kiss. And eats the wasp.
Ah, yeah.
Goodbye.
Because it just devours the wasp. Worm, you're up.
Yeah, can I grab the other wasp and, like, give it to it?
Do you get an attempt?
Yes, I would like to attempt to do that. I might just be feeding a rage, but...
Just making it more powerful with each wasp it consumes.
what am I rolling? Athletics, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
It just gets out of... Oh, it's at advantage, man, because you're raging.
Yeah, thank you. Forgot.
And you still
10
miss.
again. Yeah.
As it just... This one just gets out of your... Just barely gets past you as it kind of flies just beyond your reach.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking
You,
hit it again.
you still have a second attack.
No, I'm gonna hit it with my tail.
Okay, you gonna smack her?
Just fuck it.
Hey, roll your attack. That'll hit. You crack
11
it across
damage.
the tail. It's looking pretty rough.
And then I'll bite it with a bonus action.
Okay, that'll hit again. Now it's looking really rough. It's just barely hanging on. You just see like chunks of like exoskeleton and wings in your mouth as you crack down on it.
I'm purposely not hitting the spider though.
Lychee's turn will attack the wasp that just hurt him. That'll hit. That'll hit as he just beats the fuck out of this spider or this
Jesus,
wasp.
Damn.
Is Leech Cube Barbarian? He's got a rage going on.
He just cracks into this thing. He did not care for that bite, and the wasp is looking really messed up after that. Wasp, though, will try to get its revenge on poor Lychee. That'll hit. I hit the wrong item, but that would still hit with the stinger, so I'll ring the stinger damage. Ah!
Yikes.
It is a yikes. Let's see if Lychee makes his con save. I get a D4 on this, though. Still gets a D4, so still can pass. Passes with a 12. So only takes 9 damage as opposed to 15. Lychee's
the
not
worst.
looking too healthy.
Does Lychee have death saves?
Yes, I will give Lychee death saves.
Okay.
Wait, did you not give Lychee the bless?
Yeah, Lychee's
Oh
got
no,
plus.
he rolled it. It
It,
just.
just, it
Oh,
was just
okay.
a GM layer. I rolled a
Ah.
3 on it, so he got passed with a
Okay.
12. I can't activate Bless on monster sheets. There's no button
Yeah.
for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, giant spider. We'll roll around on the bottle and reach Loic again.
Fuck. Hold on. I forgot to do my My fucking, it's at the beginning of every turn. Alright.
Oh yes, that's right. God, if you that'll be hilarious. That will miss you. This giant wasp is dead. And that giant wasp will continue attacking the giant barbarian that just smacked it with his tail. Missing.
Yeah.
Loic, you're up.
Proceeds to get smacked with tail again. Right now, correct. How is it, Heath? Like, whenever a hostile creature is within 5 feet of you, it makes ranged attacks at anything at disadvantage, or
If
just
you
the
are
creature?
within 5 feet of a monster, all your ranged attacks are at disadvantage.
Got it. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna do. How is this thing looking?
Lychee messed it
Whoa.
up pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna lean on a prayer in this instance. Let me just. It's fucking too late now. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, Loic will look over at this thing kind of wailing on Lychee, and even though Lychee is, for all matters and purposes, beating its ass, that is still not a part of the directive, because Lychee's still getting pretty hurt, so Loic will reach over in the no longer wee mouse direction and just kind of speak out in an incantation, but it comes out in this muted, almost guttural language that almost seems to surprise himself, as I will go ahead and cast Mind Sliver. Oh, good damage.
Which one
and
are you
it's
attacking?
Average. On the wasp.
Wait, oh, that one.
Bottom
There's
right.
2 wasps still alive. I wasn't sure which one.
Oh, I was clicking it.
Oh yeah, I didn't
I
see it
wasn't
right
sure
away.
if you
I've
were
been
watching.
checking
Yeah.
other things.
I'll
I
let you
mean,
know
I
next
don't
time.
even know if it can pass the int save. Pretty close to not being able to. Definitely not. It's still alive though, but just barely.
6 to the -5 end. Wow, I love that.
As I say, they bugs. They don't exactly have brains.
This is true. Ah, man, but it's still alive, though. That's so annoying. Shit. Well, I can't do any cool Sork shit, so... Alas, I will just have
You don't
to...
have Quicken spell?
No!
Oh. Yeah, okay.
I'm
Damn.
level 5 Paladin, level 1 Sword.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta wait, but until then, I will hold my
Yeah, the
tongue
Sorkadin's
and-
kind of one of those things that doesn't pay off until you're rather high mix.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
worst part is you have to go around calling yourself a Sorkadin.
Sorkadin. You're right. Swordin sounds better, though. But,
It'd be worse if we call him Paladork.
Saladin.
Dork.
Paladork.
I like Saladin more.
Saladin.
Would I surmise that perhaps maybe these spiders could be convinced to take their wasps and leave?
Roll me a nature check.
I'm gonna be honest, Dylan doesn't think me trying to feed wasps to spiders is gonna work at all, but Worm is...
Oh, I
tough
don't think
to
so
play.
either.
You roll me a free nature.
21.
It's possible, but at the same point, you might. It depends whether they're after food or you're on their territory.
True. Does it seem like we're on their territory or they're after food?
Well, you do
I
see
do
webbing
see
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Okay.
Well, we didn't know if this was their summer home, okay?
Hey, there's fucking also beer bottles, man.
But
Like,
I
who-
will say, Due to the
Fact.
fact that you fed it and you haven't attacked with that intelligence check or that nature check, it's possible, but it will require a rather high animal handling check. It's not just we
Yeah.
feed them, they'll go away. You will rely on a check to get rid of it.
I do not have very good animal handling.
So
Mine's
I'll
like
give you
that.
that much knowledge. If you do a good animal handling check, that might work. But short of that, no, they're going to keep attacking.
Yeah, mine's a 1. How bad are these two? This one's like Death's Door.
They're
this
both
one's-
near death's door.
Okay, I am going to move over here. Make sure that gets into.
Yeah, technically you're engaged
Oh,
with the giant spider. If you move,
Yeah.
it can attack you.
Oh, when's the date?
I will move. Here, I
What?
think it's fine.
Yeah, you can move through your ally. You can shove around him.
Kind of maneuver over, bring her scythe as she kind of gracefully kind of swings it upwards and down into the, more like diagonally into the wasp.
Okay.
Uh, 21 to hit for 13 points of elemental damage.
Well,
Oh,
he
my
only
God.
had 5 hit points left, so he is dead. As you bifurcate this thing in a perfect 2 as it cuts in half. Necrotic energy eats it up inside and just disintegrates it.
Oh well. She was gonna toss half its body over to the fucking.
I mean, it's already eating a wasp. Tossing it another half isn't going to do much.
No, this one. She's gonna toss it to this one.
Sure, I'll say half. You grab half of it, but at this point, it looks like it's probably a little busy with Loic. I mean, the only reason the other one ate the other one
I
is
know.
because Worm shoved it in
I'm
its
just-
face. But yeah,
I know. I'm just doing what I can.
technically that would be an action, anyways.
Yeah. I mean, she'll throw a wing over.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not that heavy for a wing.
Well, this spider's
But-
still being held by Worm, so it's going to try to eat Worm now. That'll hit.
No, it won't. If I use the tail thing and get a 1, then... Oh wait, I need to get a 2. I
You need to get a
on this
2.
one.
Yeah, you need a
I need
2
to
for
get a
this
2.
one.
I
You need
actually have to
it.
roll. Need to stop being so casual, lean back in my chair, like... Oh, where's it at? Oh, it's just the D8.
It just made it. Once again, it just the
Good.
tail comes up and just puts your tail right between the pincers as they're trying to lock down at you, but your tail just gets in between you and its pincers. Worm, you're up.
Fuck. I don't...
I mean, if you want to, we could just kill them. If you think trying to convince them is not going to work.
I spent
said
this whole
yeah.
fight trying to convince them. I think I'm gonna go for it one more time. Worm will move the 20 feet to this one.
Technically you can't because Lychee would be in the
Oh,
way.
I'm hold. Oh, I couldn't go 5, 10, 15. Like
Well, no, it's just but
5,
Lychee's there. Like you can't drag it past Lychee, right?
Aren't you
You
like,
have to go,
I
like,
see-
this
I see
direction.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I still got plenty of.
Kanye, he can
You
move
could
here
go.
and
You
pull-
could go here and do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to go. Yeah. All right. And then I guess I'll just let go of the spider.
Okay. You still have your your actions, so
Yeah. I'll use it to dash around this way.
okay. You would
Which
dis-
I do take the attack of
Attack of
opportunity,
opportunity.
I guess, if he's gonna attack me. But I put more food in front of him.
I mean, you've still been like manhandling.
Well, let me
this
do
spider.
the animal handling check. Can I do that?
Yes,
Is-
you can
as
do the
my-
animal.
am I
You are
there?
allowed to use your
Okay.
action to do an animal handling check.
Just to make sure to do it right. I don't have a very good bonus, but it's what I've been trying to do. So.
Fuck.
It's a high DC. You're looking at like a 20 because, like I say, they're spiders. They're not exactly tameable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Worm believes it can work. I understand that the possibilities are.
Oh, we fucking. Oh. It'll be
I got
great
it.
if it
That
worked.
one. This thing looks
That isn't that one.
enraged at you.
Okay, well that was a good use of my turn.
And it is focused on you now, and you're like, be good! As you pat its head, you just crack its head, and now it's like really mad at you.
Alright,
I'll
I
take
tried.
this.
I tried, guys.
Lychee not really comfortable being by the giant thing that was making it freak out earlier, will desperately attack the wasp in front of it. She bites at it. Might hit with the bless. Let me check. Nope. And then claws.
Oh,
Tearing the thing in half! It just... Lychee grabs one claw and the other claw just gets into its thorax and just rips it in half in the air. And will then look about terrified and snuggle up next to Worm for protection because she doesn't know what else to do.
I don't think Lychee would do that because I've tried to eat several times.
True. But you also showed terrified fear of it when it got big. That's true. Would Lychee take the attack of opportunity? I mean...
I would
Maybe
like
just
to point
make
out,
a
Worm
whiz
would not
save
have
for
shown
Lychee.
fear. Worm's
Yeah.
not the kind of guy that goes around showing fear. Let's get that shit straight.
how smart would Lychee's... Lychee's just a mouse. Yeah, Lychee's gonna take the attack of opportunity to get by Loic in fear.
Oh, well, now I feel bad that I said anything. I hope I don't kill a fucking mouse. I was never actually gonna eat you.
Missed him, so you're okay.
Oh, thank God.
That's the thing.
Giant spider, though, will continue to attack Loic. They don't need the giant wash sheets anymore. They are all dead. That'll hit.
Jesus.
Oof. Do I really want to take that? Oh wait, I'm the only healer currently available. Yeah, I'm a shield that. Oh.
I've healed.
Well, I don't know. Lois
Well,
does anyway.
If you can still put together that they're the same person, then you've seen.
Loic.
Oh wait, no, I don't.
Loic has literally always been gone in instances in which like that hasn't
think you
been
might have.
fully clear.
Yeah,
I think you might have. Yeah.
yeah, he's never been there where that would have been explained. He just
Yeah.
assumes it's just a new person every time.
Every time.
Yeah,
They just-
basically.
They just keep taking her amulet. What is happening?
So yeah, he's gonna shield.
You shield as the spider goes into bite and the astral shield comes about, deflecting its pincers. Your turn, Loic.
Yeah, then I guess going to counterattack. Let's see. Can't use any of those. Oh, that's fine. Yep. Just gonna go ahead and smack the fuck out of this thing. Let's see. Oh.
You go to smack it with your first strike, going swirling around, just missing completely, and almost smack Lychee by accident. She kind of ducks
Time.
under.
Time to read Nikki's house rules.
Yeah, I think Nikki does. If you roll two, if you miss the second time, your weapon breaks.
Fun.
But it's Heath that's DMing. Surely it doesn't apply here.
I mean, to
Use
my
house
own
rules
personal,
always.
my own personal, I would just say you lose your bonus action. That's how I roll that once. Which, for the sake of me not learning all of Nikki's house rules, we'll use my house rules when I'm head GM.
Right.
So you hit the second strike.
Okay,
Did
cool.
7 damage.
Um,
Plus, I think the weapon breaking thing is kind of like in this world scenario, you'd be screwed because you can't go to
you
a
can't buy-
store.
Yeah, you can't buy weapons.
Well, technically, what's coming,
Well,
you won't be able to. But in this case,
there was
yeah.
I remember there was an entire conflict about that. I don't remember what we ruled the verdict. Well, no, that was about spells.
That was about
Yeah, with the
spells.
spells. But again, with the weapon breaking thing, yeah, it's a bit too harsh a punishment because you could accidentally break like a 10,000 gold weapon, and it's way too likely in a later game.
Oh, Heath, don't you think I already know that?
I know.
Laughs and jellyfish fight.
Me being like, how do magical weapons just break like that?
Very gently.
It's kind of like those glass doors. You just hit the right frequency to make it explode.
Right, or like how diamonds are like, you know, one of the hardest, like the hardest mineral, but if you strike it in the right area, it goes apart, just like
It's like, why even make magical weapons when they explode like that?
Yeah.
they forgot to put the unbreaking enchantment.
In
in
any
Minecraft.
case, like I say, for my case, I won't. You still have your smite if you want it, but otherwise.
Yeah. Methinks I will withhold it.
Hey,
So nay.
Storm, you're up.
Well, I mean, I have the spell up. I might as well use the most out of it. So she will move up. Do you do flanking? You don't do flanking.
+2 bonus for flanking for me.
Is that flanking? That should be
Yes, as
flanking.
long as you can create a full, and I do +1 for partial flank. So if you make an L, it's a +1. If you make a line, it's a +2. Best way to look at
How do
it.
y'all fucking do that with the lines?
Hold, on the top left, there should be a little, like, underneath the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
There's a
Ruler.
little ruler circle thing, and then you can drag your mouse. And
Yeah, I got
move
that. I
arrow.
saw you do that, but you made it like change directions.
Oh, hit right click. And then you can put a little
Like marker.
dot marker.
Oh my god! Holy. Okay, cool. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Oh, good.
I
I
can't
will
believe
make
you-
my attack. Swinging the scythe down, and she'll kind of. Sorry, dearie. 19 to hit. for 10
Definitely
points.
hits for
Product
19
damage.
for 10 damage. You crack into it. It's looking pretty rough now.
Where was I? I was like.
You were
Yeah.
there, yeah. You used 20 feet.
Is that allowed or no?
But moving back, yeah.
No, like, is this? Do I have to cut around like this, or can I go like that?
Yeah, you can go like that. Nothing's stopping you.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering if it's like because it.
I
Technically-
mean, technically, but and technically not too. It's a. I wouldn't
Yeah.
count it as that.
Cool, and then I will go back to stand next to.
It's not like a box creature. It's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't fill up the whole square.
It's just its reach.
Yeah.
That was my turn.
Hey, this one will take a bite at the barbarian.
Yeah.
That will
they
miss.
Try.
Worm, you're up.
And I'm just upset that it bit at me now, so we're just gonna fucking. It's an action to let go of it and draw a weapon, or is it?
Well, you
No.
already let go of it earlier. Remember?
Okay, so but so I can just free draw my weapon then.
Yeah, you get a free action to draw a weapon.
All right, and then I'm just gonna double hand the axe on.
Okay.
Bonking time.
Bonkity
14.
bonks.
Bonking time indeed.
That hits.
And then I'll just bonk it again.
He's a total of
Death.
23, 27.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. This thing's not looking good.
You just got to eat the what? That's all you had to do.
Lychee's not getting near spiders, but so she's staying where she is. That's what she was scared of. She just hugs Loic with her action.
Spider turn.
Spiber.
Yeah, just trying to think who it'll attack. I'll roll a d2, because both of you hit it. Odds, Loic evens, Storm. Hey, coming after Storm.
Dang it.
17, I think just missed. Oh, that meets AC.
That means. Do you have a thing, Loic, that.
I indeed do. Let me check which one it is, though.
Is it interception?
It's either interception or the other one.
Shield Master, that would make the attack a disadvantage, but I think you're supposed to declare
No,
that
I'm
before the
talking
attack.
protection.
Oh, yeah.
It's a reaction thing. Which no, I already used my reaction to. Didn't I?
Yeah,
I
you
could've
use
No, you
shield
did.
spell. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you use
used
the shield
shield.
spell, so he doesn't have a reaction.
Yeah.
Or was it on
unfortunately-
his?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
didn't
no,
he get it?
No, he got attacked, and then he used his reaction to block it. His turn hasn't come back around again.
Yeah, it doesn't come around.
I thought it did.
So, nah.
Because it was the
Well, I
oth-
guess
it was
no,
the
yours
other.
was immediate. Yeah, you're immediately after.
Yeah.
So yeah, your turn came
Oh
back.
shit. Oh
Yeah.
well, yeah. Then in that instance, Loic will see this Spoder about to do the bad, and he will immediately just kind of winds up his flail and will instead catch the chain side and have the wooden handle piece kind of fling into its mouth parts, as opposed to a person, and will kind of look over towards her just to kind of check to make sure, and we'll see, because gotta roll again, I guess.
Yeah, Spider got a roll again.
Okay, roll again. So it's a disadvantage. Misses.
Nice.
Loic, you're up. By the way, though, that skill is supposed to be used before the attack happens, just so you
No,
know.
it's a.
Is
It's
it?
a reaction.
Well, I mean, it's hot. It's a reaction though. That's the thing, and you
Yeah.
kind of call it
It-
out. And
When
press
it comes to the
button.
reactions, that basically follows along with every other reaction thing, like shield. And imagine how fucked that would be if shield worked.
I'm
like
not
that.
sure. Sometimes it's odd. Some of them, even with reactions, they do say you got to declare before, even with reactions sometimes. But
They specifically state that if that has
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. So
interception.
I might be thinking of the different. I think I might be thinking of protection shield because I think that one you have to declare beforehand.
Wait, is yours interception? Which one? Can you display?
Yeah,
it?
Mine
could
is
you post
not.
it? Could you post
Mine
it?
is not interception, sure.
The interception is the
It doesn't really
reduction
make
one.
sense from that standpoint, though. 'Cause
Okay,
why
it's
would
the
you help
protection.
them if they
Okay,
don't need the
it's
help?
the fighting
You
style.
must, okay, never mind. Yeah, you're fine. It says you must be wearing a shield.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to do it the other way, though, because you wouldn't help somebody that was handling it on their own, right?
Yeah, if you see that they're already like, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of one of those odd things because at the same time, it's like it's weird to intercept yourself after the thing has already bit you. So I mean, it's one of those. It's a weird thing. I'm not gonna.
Well,
argue
it's
it.
remember, right?
Yeah.
D&D adventurers are superhuman,
Yeah.
so
Anyway,
they're going to be able to
I'm
react.
not, like
to
I
those
say, if it
moments.
doesn't say it
Yeah.
specifically, I'm fine with it. I was just for some reason I
Yeah.
thought that was in the wording originally. You're up.
I hear you.
For some reason that's how. That's because that's how Cam ran it. So I thought that was in the description.
Going to move around, bonk it with the scythe, kind of cleaving into its fuck, I forgot what the back part of the spider is.
The abdomen,
I think the abdomen, yeah. I thought there was a
The
different name for it, but maybe not.
spinneret.
Yeah.
There's a few things. Thorax.
No, not the thorax. I don't think it's the thorax.
You're hitting the spider. We don't have to get that technical.
Yeah.
guys. Just misses.
Was it a +2?
Oh yeah, you get your +2. That would hit then.
Okay.
Still up.
13 points of necrotic damage, and she's going to come back. And she would have said, thank you, yeah, for interposing with your shit.
He just nods, kind of giving a momentary breath of sigh of relief.
Next giant spider will bite worm.
No.
Nope. Yeah, because you can use your reaction. You're up, worm.
I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna keep beating it. All I had to do was eat the wasp.
Roll your 2 attacks. That will just hit. And that'll kill it, actually, so it explodes.
Okay.
You just cut it.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my other turn to just go ahead and get that wasp that I did feed of it out of his wherever it would be in his body.
I mean, you're also allowed to use your other attack to kill the other spider.
Nope, that's what I'm doing. I'm
Okay,
getting the
fair
wasp out of there.
enough. You get the wasp out. Lychee continues hugging Loic because he's scared. Giant spider will roll again. Same deal. Once again, back to Storm.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that's
That one
That's
misses.
fine.
Okay, Loic, you're up.
Alrighty. Yeah. Die. Like, just die. It's not that hard. Like, just die. Just die. Just die.
Still up, but just barely.
Just die!
Yeah, how do you want to do it?
Fucking wonderful. Kind of immediately after that little power play with reversing the hold on his rather dangerous flail with spiky ball, he will go ahead and, taking the chain that attaches the weapon to its other counterpart, he spins it around and grabs the handle just barely at the very pommel of it, the very, very end. And will spin it around and just swing directly for the abdomen, crushing it like a grape.
You crush
Nice.
this spider like a grape, bursting it open, kind of getting some splatter damage. The creature
Ew.
falls dead, twitching as its legs kind of twitch out for a bit, as spiders do when they die sometimes, falling dead to the ground. And that will end the combat.
Got it.
But as the three of you look around with Lychee around at all the dead insects about you, a little... I'll just turn on Wizard's theme music for musical background. A little confused and harried battle. Things seem to have gone well. Lychee still hugging on you very, very tightly, Loic.
Lychee, it's okay. We just need to move out of here. You're a mouse. Do you have any place that is, safe away from all of this?
As you say that, Lychee's nose starts twitching. As it's sniffing the air. And seems to kind of look confused and excited at the same time. At that point, though, you hear two voices from below, echoing upwards. As you hear one go, "Cream, this way! I think I heard something." And then followed by, "My prince, you have to be careful. We're not sure what's there. There may be
God.
people in trouble."
It's a reference.
Oh, surely it is. I just don't know who.
Yeah, it's actually not a reference, but there will be an obvious pun coming.
Hey, I have a quick question. I gain 4 temporary hit points in that fight. Do they go away after the fight, or do I just have these?
You have
until...
4 temporary hit points until you take a short or long rest.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's how temporary hit points work.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what made them go away.
Yeah, either damage or short or long rests.
Okay.
But as you hear that thing, you see, I'm going to check up there. It's like, my prince, fine. Give me a moment. You're like the sound of like a twanging bow, and you see an arrow fly up and hit the top of the bar, but it looks like it's got like a grappling hook section to it.
Yeah, Loic just kind of calls out to whoever's speaking down there. Is just, hello?
See, I told you there were people there. Yes, my prince, but things are... One moment, sir, we will be there in a moment. Prince! And just hear like what sounds like someone climbing a rope. And as you do so, Lychee kind of looks about, excited and confused once more. But as you look out, you see what looks to be what you first assume is a hand kind of go over top of the bar. And then you look at it as like, wait a minute, that's not a hand. And you look over at Lychee and it looks very similar.
The mouse.
As you see a brown mouse wearing this leather-like armor and this extravagant red cape pull himself over the top of the bar room. And as he goes...
That's... I love that. I love that.
I told you to expect a little stupid. As this figure pops up. And we'll blow up his picture for the sake of fun.
Yes.
Oh. Worm's just gonna start
Mouseketeers,
watering
let's
up now.
go. Oh no.
We're going to a buffet city, I feel like.
Loic just walks over to Worm because he knows he could take it. He just elbows him and just like looks at him with disbelief, just shakes his head.
Worm will clear it like a dog who got in trouble, just like, yeah.
And as he looks about, he's like, I am here to assist you. Oh my word, what happened to you, miss? As he runs over to
To
Lychee,
Lychee.
who looks at him twitches. Oh my dear, you. Oh my, and he covers his eyes like, oh, the modesty as Lychee is naked to him.
Oh my fucking. Just Loic is just confused human noises.
As he looks about, villainy, and he draws his blade as he looks at, what have you done to this woman?
We
All
don't
right.
have anything.
Hold on.
Is he?
What's happening here?
Well, that is what I'd like to ask you as he looks about at the carnage beyond. I see that you have faced the vile villainy of the insectoids.
Worm is just sitting behind this conversation, eating one of these wasps.
Just like
I'm just
crunch, crunch.
munching.
Yeah.
Specifically, the one he ripped from the belly of that other spider.
Oh my fucking
Just sitting on the spider, like,
Yes,
hop.
like as like
As
a
a-
chair.
Yeah.
Like
Like, I tried
Conan
to
sitting
find
on
a
his throne,
beanbag.
right? Yeah.
god. A beanbag.
Beanbag. As you look about, he looks a little confused and bewildered as he. What in the world are you things?
I mean, I'm a human. I cannot speak for the rest of the others.
I am Worm.
Men. As he looks at you, and he looks over at the bottle behind you. You're one of the great giants? But I thought you all vanished eons ago, and I honestly thought you'd be taller.
Well, we were.
Granted, I thought all of you were supposed to be smaller, so I guess we're both mutually confused here.
And it's at this point you hear another person climb up. Like, my prince! I told you to! Oh my lord, what is occurring? As you see another mouse pop up from behind the bar. This one wearing green, like, ranger robes and carrying a bow strapped on her back. Did you see? This figure appear.
And Worm's stomach audibly growls.
Oh my god. Loic will just look over towards the rest of the mice and will just kind of take a step forward, kind of raising his hands in a pulsating manner. And it's just, we're not here to cause any trouble. We're in a bit of a random situation. We don't really know how we got here. We've just kind of been moving along with what happens. We kind of just ended up here all of a sudden. These insectoids, as you called them, started attacking us, and we managed to fend them off. And apparently, I mean, this is kind of looks towards Worm. This is clearly Lychee, right? I'm not the only one thinking this.
Wait, what?
Pointing towards Lychee.
I mean it. Actually, she doesn't say anything.
I don't understand. You said it's clearly Lychee?
Yeah, pointing at
Lychee.
pointing at our friend Mouse. Loic hasn't seen Lychee all that often, and but although he's a bit more familiar to the mouse in comparison to the others, but like he's just like making sure he's like kind of sanity checking himself right now. It's like that's clearly the mouse that we know just blown up to the size of a small bear, right?
He does have same sense, yes.
Right. So yeah, we are just as confused as you both are, but I'm afraid that if we continue to stay confused in this area, well, creatures like that don't typically stay in small groups.
I agree with you. I suppose we'll have to take them back to the capital, Cream. My prince, are you certain about this? I mean, we don't know who these strangers are. That one over there, and he points at Worm, has the look of some sort of mutated rat folk, if I'm any judge.
Hey,
Oh, come now, Kareem. The rat folk don't look that ugly.
hey! I'll have you know Worm is champion, prize slave, worth a lot of money.
Have you all not ever seen a reptilian before?
Reptilian? I'm sorry, we don't know this word in this area. I don't believe he's from one of the Lost Kingdom, but it's been, I mean, it has been many generations since we've seen the Lost Kingdom. For just sake, Worm, where's the key on you?
I would have just assumed it in my pocket. I'd pick my teeth with it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would imagine you
I can
probably
pick
start
my
picking
teeth
your
if
teeth
it's
with the-
relevant with
yeah,
the scene. Yeah.
Sure, I was about to say, would you pick your teeth with the key, knowing you?
I would be quite happy to do that. That seems well within my characters.
As Prince Barbell...
Excuse me, Heath.
Yep.
I would like to start picking my teeth with the key.
As you start picking the teeth and key, Prince Marbell's eyes look. Cream, look at that! It's one of the great keys to the Dark Cellars.
No, my name is Worm.
Cream,
Look, just
Go.
looks towards Worms. Just, they're not trying to offend you. We're all just confused here. All right? Now, what about that key?
well,
Dark Cellars, you said?
it's one of the three grand keys of the kingdom, and by the looks of it, it belongs to the Lost Kingdom.
What is... Again... You know what is the Lost Kingdom?
You know what? You are right. Let us talk. We'll return to the kingdom of the mice. The cheese kingdom to return back to our home. I'll fill you in on the details of our lost land there, since you are all strangers.
Yes.
How
Worm
far
agrees we should go to
away?
the Kingdom of Mice.
It's a bit
How
of
far?
Go.
Yeah, she was gonna say how far away is this kingdom?
it's a bit of a journey, but should only take for the relevance of what you would take, an hour or two journey. It's on the other side of the Great Divide.
Why were you traveling here by chance?
Actually, we were part of a hunting excursion.
Oh, what were you hunting?
Looks at the dead bugs. Well, food.
Is
Food.
is this what you eat? Gestures her hand towards the.
When better goods are not available, part of the story I will tell you on our way back, I'm afraid. But I suppose...
Better goods. Sorry. Go ahead, my
No,
bad.
that's great. No, I love it. Looks over at you, he's like, I guess we could take what we have here in return, Kareem. Indeed, my prince. It will at least help feed a few for the time. Our stores are running low back at the kingdom.
Ooh, Worm's gonna stop eating.
I like that. But as you guys leave, you do hear a weird narrating voice suddenly appear in the head of each of you. As you hear Beelzebuddy's head echo inside your skulls. But as you hear the voice, you do clearly see that Cream and the prince do not hear the voice. As a voice goes, as like a narrator from above goes, it would seem our grand adventurers have finally defeated the great insectoids and have moved along meeting the Grand Prince and his companion. But now they have to go to the mysterious kingdom of cheese and what of this lost kingdom, as well as this area of rats. We'll have to continue as we continue on our way, as we take this commercial break, as we return to the next, as we come back after our commercial break to Game of Cheeses.
Oh my fucking god.
My God.
And for the sake, I needed to set that up because I have this.
I hate it here. Lovely. Truly lovely.
But we will take a 5-minute bathroom break for everybody. Because I needed
All right.
one.
All right.
Sounds like a plan. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Fine.
I'm back. Ugh.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Dylan.
Hello.
Storm. You guys are still waiting on Judah? Oh, you guys enjoying this stupidity so far, or?
I'm enjoying it.
It seems very reminiscent to like the WEM games.
Yeah, there's some wemness into it for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Except obviously of gnomes, you're in a land of magical mice.
Yeah.
I like that aesthetic.
It's a nice aesthetic, isn't it? It's also one that you use to find a lot of tokens for. That's part of the reason I did it. There are many mouse adventuring tokens thanks to other games. And I literally couldn't help but call it Game of Cheeses. That or I was going to call it a Song of Bread and Cheese. But not everybody's read the book, so... Would have been nice though to have everybody here, but we'll work with what we got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit happens.
exactly. I'm just saying, I think Zaki would have really enjoyed the fact that Lychee is now the size of a small pony.
Yeah. D&D just, when you're down, D&D doesn't become like a game anymore. It's just like a chore you have to do.
Oh, I know. They can be a little rough.
That's been the case for me when it comes to DMing. I don't think it's ever been a case for me like for playing. I've always like if I'm down, usually I'm like DMing. Like D&D's just a good escape.
Yeah, when I'm a player, I usually get in a better
Push
mood
it
after
down.
playing.
Yeah,
It's-
no, that's always the case for me.
Social interactions are a lot of energy for me.
Yeah,
That's
And
fair.
I'm sure you guys have noticed I tend to play very eccentric characters too.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, that's fair.
yeah, sometimes it just gets like that. And, I mean, I try not to beat myself up about it, but
I mean, same for everybody, right? Like, everybody
Yeah.
reacts differently. But I have many a character still to introduce, so this should be fun. We'll end it today after you guys finish with the kingdom and set things up for next games.
I
Just wait for Jude to get back, and we'll finish up here. Probably another hour or so left, I guess. It's gonna be more weird though. The thing is, I also kind of wish Cogs was here, because Cogs being a rabbit person would have been so much funnier,
Oh yeah.
right? It's also going to be very interesting if they show up next game to have them just wake up in a random spot with you guys, and you'll have to explain all this.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Judah. Okay, so now that everybody's back, we'll pick up where we left off as you guys climb down the bar table and start making your way across the Grand Divide. Basically, it doesn't take you long to realize you guys are in a giant-sized inn. As you're moving across the area. And as you guys move, the young prince explains the history of the land. And I'll give you the summary notes unless you guys really want a long explanation.
I don't mind.
I don't mind. If you have a prepared theatrical explanation, I'm down for it.
Okay. Well, if you guys are up for it, I don't mind doing the theatrical through the prince. As the prince tells you the story of the Grand Adventures. He goes, well, it seems that you have one of the great keys of the Three Kingdoms, and I suppose it's worth telling you the history of our land. I should explain first that our nation used to be 3 kingdoms united as one grand empire. The 3 empires consisting of 3 kingdoms. My kingdom, the kingdom of cheese, ruled by the mouse folk of the land. There was also our other kingdom, known as the rat folk kingdom, known as the kingdom of bread. They are, at the moment, our greatest nemesis, as we battle for resources at the end of dwindling supply since our great caverns of food have been cut away from us. The 3rd kingdom that used to exist was the kingdom of the Delhi, ruled by the hamsters. They went extinct many years ago, but that is a story that I will explain here. You see, back in the days of our great empire, we all had an endless supply of food in the Grand Cellar. There we would go down with our great warriors and adventurers of the 3 tribes, gathering endless supplies of food. They're theirs. But then one day, the great destroyer came in the cellars. There he ravaged and destroyed our people, and the unfortunate Ham Nation was completely obliterated by this creature. In order to save ourselves, we locked up the Great Cellar using the 3 grand keys, locking away the cellar for all time, keeping the monster at bay. But, unfortunately, as time passed, our food supplies dwindled, and war broke out between us and the Bread Nation. At this moment, we are constantly at war trying to get enough food to survive. We do try to do agriculture through growth and farming, but there's limitation to our soil and it's very difficult to do so. Plus, raiding of our enemies continues our land to go. The Dark King Bry of the Rat Kingdom has plagued my people for a long and vicious time. But you have the lost 3rd key. Perhaps with it, and using the keys of our kingdom and the Rat Kingdom of bread, perhaps we can reopen the cellar and once again regain the great bounty that was lost. As he continues walking, I see though your friend Lychee though seems to be one of the ancients before our people learned to speak and gain knowledge. I'm sorry for the mix-up at the beginning. We've heard legends of these creatures. We just didn't think they existed. A bit like a myth.
Is Lychee wearing
Delicious
clothes now?
story I've ever heard.
Put a blanket on her for his own
Got her.
sensibility. He put her cloak on her to wrap her up.
Understood.
What were you saying though, Dylan?
No, that was the most delicious story I've ever heard.
Well, the great sandwich empire that used to exist was fantastic. Perhaps one day it can be reforged.
Worm's gonna move up closely to that person who's been like, I would like to see that too.
You
Look-
said something. Oh, God.
Loic is just gonna do the I'm watching you hand symbol over at Worm.
Just fucking Worm will slow back down. Yes.
You said something about the rats being, well, dark, or not exactly friendly. What exactly happened? They just decide one day that they weren't allies with you anymore?
As I said, after the locking of the cellars, things grew dark. I believe the rat folk may have gone somewhat barbaric in their nature. They tend to lead by the strength of numbers and warriors, while we try to lead more through agriculture and knowledge, but their kind have gathered through power of the strongest. They have been known to, when short supplies, to raid our people as food.
Are they still able to be reasoned with?
It's my hope that they can be. Some are more reasonable than others. King Rai, yes, thank you, Worm. King Rai has a bit of a dark nature, but his daughter, Sourdough, seems to rather open up to it. I hope that maybe we can.
Names.
Hmm?
These fucking names. I'm so sorry.
I told you the puns would be obvious.
They're not even puns. You're just calling them red.
I know. Look, they got their
I'm
names
sorry.
from the packaging, okay? Oh, by the way, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Prince Marbell.
This one's called artificial flavoring.
Yeah. The damn child is lactose the intolerant.
Loic at first almost reaches a hand forward before he kind of freezes, and it's just, I don't really know how to greet you all in your own social customs, but I'm Sir Loic.
Oh, pleasure. And he reaches his hand out, but he does the wrist clasp.
I imagine that he doesn't find it weird until he realizes that not finding it weird is inherently weird, because rats do kind of have hands.
Yeah,
Or mice kinda have hands.
mice and rats
You
have like
kind of
little
have
hands.
fucking hands.
Yeah, they are capable. That's what makes them rodents. They're capable of manipulating their hands to pick things up.
Exactly.
Wait,
So
wait.
he's just like, that didn't feel weird at all. Wait, why didn't that feel weird at all?
Probably feels a little weird to you because you did get a handful of fur.
I mean, sure, but I mean, he has like armor and like the sleeves and everything. Like he
That's
didn't.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just
By the way, you do
kind
know
of tries not to make a big show of it, though. He's rather controlled.
You do notice though that the arrows of the Archer Cream apparently seem to be what looks to be long versions of bobby pins that have been forged into arrows.
I love it.
Honestly, metal arrows. That is intimidating.
Yeah.
I hope we found a mouse named Protein and he's just fucking swole as fuck.
Protein. Yeah. Unfortunately, Protein would have been part of the hamster kingdom.
Uh,
with their king, with their emperor.
Oh, the
salami.
meat. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the meat kingdom, exactly.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have, if we're gonna play this one for the next couple of sessions, I'm gonna have to bring a sandwich.
Only to get more in
Naming
character,
off
obviously.
deli meats, dude. Yeah, fucking Worm's stomach is grumbling.
Get this poor man some proper food.
And he's just, and I would, I don't know, I didn't mention it, but I think I would have liked to. If we're walking with him, I would drag spiders back with him.
Oh yeah, you would definitely be allowed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like after Loic heard that apparently they're eaten, like he would probably notice like Worm doing this, and he just kind of squint and scrunch up his nose, but he doesn't say anything. But Loic will kind of ask Marbell, God, I know. Anyways,
But your coming here to our land seems to be part of prophecy. Our great sage once mentioned to us that someday strangers would come to help free our people. And I don't mean offense by this, but I don't think they come much strangers than your lot.
Well, that we shouldn't have told you our names then. We're sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. I don't think Gorgonzola meant it that way.
Okay.
Dylan. You're just punching the air.
I want a sandwich now.
Look,
But
man, I
he
thought
will-
that the name for the great wizard sage Gorgonzola was the greatest name ever when I thought about it.
It is a good wizard name for, like, even just a human wizard. Gorgonzola is a good wizard name.
I know.
True. Where you're taking us, is there a banquet of any kind? It seems as though my friend here is getting a little bit
Oh, yes,
hungry.
well, there will be places for you to eat. You can always go to Jack's Lantern as well. There's a local tavern and inn where they have food. They even have some of the, rare cheeses still around.
What about meat?
Well,
Don't mind me just rolling my own psychic damage.
which pun did it to you that time?
Jack O'Lantern.
Yep, Jack's Lantern. But it's a
Jack's
double
Lantern.
pun because it's also Jack Cheese.
God. My mind immediately went to the fast food restaurant that we had back in California, Jack in a Box.
Oh god, yeah, Jack in a
So
Box.
it was just, oh no.
So many puns upon puns with Jack.
I hate it. Anyways,
But in any case, we'll be taking you to my father's palace. My father, King Cheddar, and my mother, Queen Bree, will be waiting for us. But they will be glad to hear of your arrival. Perhaps with you here, we'll be able to move forward and either figure out a way to deal with the rat menace, or perhaps, as I say, reopen the great cellar.
I suppose I should say this, but of course I'm not sure how this is supposed to happen, but there might be others that are with us. I have no idea how this world works, but there are chances that 2 more of our comrades should be joining us.
Indeed. Well, I pray that they do show. We could always use more assistance against the Dark Bread Kingdom.
Does he count Morgana and fucking Solista?
God,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would have been
Oh yeah, you're right.
four people.
4. Yeah.
just all these different people. It's great. I love this.
God, our party's huge. We're fucking unstoppable.
Oh.
We have a
Me
small
and
army just waiting.
Well, Worm has great news for you. He is champion of over 20 competitions and is a great warrior. He could provide lots of help to cause.
This is a fantastic thing, so I will be glad to see it. I'm sure my father will rally against your great aid with us. You see Cream kind of roll her eyes.
Worm gets into it now. He's into this.
Whatever slowly draws him away from wanting to eat them, I am happy.
Well, it's the night. We'll see what happens at night.
Oh boy.
Worm goes out for a midnight snack. There's just a child missing.
Oh no.
No, I'm never actually gonna do anything horrible to these mice or to Lychee or anything like that. That's...
I see. But yeah,
I really hope Zaku makes next game because I got an opening for them where they're just gonna wake up in a bed being snuggled by Lychee. Totally confused.
yeah. But
But in any case, as you guys approach the kingdom in the distance, or unless you want more to talk.
nothing in particular.
No.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, he will actually look over towards thinking about name again. Hatano.
Tano.
Yeah.
And he will look over towards her and kind of just kind of nod in her direction. It's just I don't believe we've met before, outside of before this game. And he kind of lowers his voice when he says that. It's were you just dropped in? What do you remember of your?
No, we haven't met. I indeed was just dropped in here, so I don't recollect much of what
Well, I'm
happened.
sure you had a life before this, right?
Oh, yes, I was once a very well-renowned mage in my own right. Worked as a professor of sorts at the my old academy. I practice necromancy, more along the lines of shadow type magic.
I'm just gonna do. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Yeah, look, he just kind of puts a hand to his chin for a moment. It's really gears grinding. He's just like, this is the third magic user that we've had cycling through this group. I wonder why the wizard keeps on doing this.
Two of them have had pigtails too.
Oh yeah, I do have this thing.
Do you know our other friend? That's an extremely offensive question that's Worm asking. It's basically the same as, I have a black friend, do you know them? That's
friend?
the vibe of that question, is I know a friend with a pigtail. Do you know them?
Oh, who exactly has this pigtail?
You're gonna have to tell me what the second one's name was again?
Zalista.
Zalista. She throws fire.
Oh, okay. So, we're all members of Arcvius Magitorium.
What is
Well,
that?
An old group of mages. There was 6 of us of various elements. We worked together for a time before eventually splitting apart and deciding that we should take up our own professions.
Then wait, I don't think anybody else. So you all know each other, but
Indeed.
that's strange.
It's a curious, perhaps, tale of how our lives intertwine, so to speak.
Well, I mean, I don't think he has any of us that have known one another, prior to this. What makes you so different?
Let's just say it's an inside gift, I suppose.
He just kind of blinks, and kind of shakes his head, and kind of shrugs. He has no fucking clue.
Well, how I managed to get this far. And
Well,
no
it
one's,
is-
none of the characters are like assuming at all because of bad rolls and just in and
Yeah,
outness.
He's not even dumb. Like, I mean, he's not smart either. He's 11 int.
Yeah.
But, like,
I mean,
I'm just, like, waiting for him to have, like, a decently feasible, like, proof.
you need your aha moment.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
to be fair, right, it's like, considering everything else that happens in this tower, having a wizard keep flopping in and out different, considering you guys never
Yeah.
have the same party twice in a row, this isn't even weird at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Worm
it's just
is-
like,
lived a life where he just has to accept the circumstances.
Yeah,
That's
right.
just how he lives. So
Okay, so-
he doesn't question it.
looks similar. I mean, he's used in general to kind of that taking orders sort of lifestyle in a sense. So it's just like, of course, not to the extent of Worm. That's a whole nother thing. But even then, like, it's not his job to question things, really. Not entirely, anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much the vibe. I don't know if you were lying though, but Worm definitely ate up every fucking word of that. There are now, in canon in his head, 6 different magical users who cycle places with each other that have pigtails.
I love it. Okay. So with that, though, as you guys look out into the distance, Prince Marbell looks over and goes, lo and behold, the Grand Kingdom of Cheese. And you look over and you see what looks to be this area built around the corner of this giant tavern. And you see cupboards and various shelving and stuff where you see like houses seem to be built out of them. You also notice, kind of sitting out to the side, what looks to be this giant pumpkin with a face.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Pretty correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Mr. Jack-o'-lanterns?
Jack's lantern.
Jack's lanterns, yes.
You'd be correct. That is Jack's lantern.
Is it just like
Worm's
one
gonna
giant
go,
pumpkin?
I wonder what that place is.
Oh no.
Wait, it's the place is just a pumpkin.
It's a giant jack-o'-lantern.
How's this pumpkin not fucking spoiled?
It's amazing what magic can do these days.
Just gonna. Okay, yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck a jack-o'-lantern is. I was like, is there a Halloween equivalent in his home space? No. He does recognize that it's a pumpkin though, but otherwise he's lost. Lost in the dark.
Well,
You live in a gourd.
no, indeed. No, that's not where I live. That's the local tavern, Jack's Lantern.
Hey, you know? Oh wait, never mind. Go on.
We unfortunately we'll have to head there later. As I said, my parents will be eager to meet you. As I said, we must introduce you to the court.
Right. Excited to meet them.
Indeed. This way. As you get approach, it looks to be what looks to be this, like, basically it kind of looks like what would be a castle to you, but seems to be kind of cobbled together from various garbage. Like, you see, like, bottles to be turrets and, like,
No, I've got a good image in my head. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect. I love this.
like a box of deck cards for part of the wall, things like that.
Honestly, when this
Oh.
game was pitched, when Nikki pitched it, this is what I expected. Was it would just be our characters doing different one shots and wacky replace it.
That's actually
So I
interesting.
like this. I like this. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm glad to see. So as you approach the vast area and you enter the large castle domain, moving through, you do notice that as you move through the giant areas, that you see various guards of mice soldiers wearing what looks to be, you assume is chainmail until you realize they look, your characters probably don't have a world equivalency, but basically their chainmail is made out of the tabs of pop cans.
Huh.
Just because I think that's a funny image.
No, that is. I like the idea of the different chainmail being like different colors and shit.
Yeah.
They got monster tabs all across their chest.
Yes!
Jesus.
Yes! Oh my lord.
And as you walk, though, you do notice that there are finely made wooden statues, though, as you walk through the thing, of, like, this mouse king with a shield and a sword and bearing a crown.
Yeah, this is a castle, alright. It's not exactly
Yeah,
what
Worm
Luke's
is-
used to, but...
Worm is walking in awe. This is amazing.
As you walk by you do notice, though, it seems to be the same mouse king at each statue.
Okay. A little gaudy, but again, nothing Loke isn't used to.
You gonna ask a question, or I'm just curious if you're curious, gonna ask a question about, or we continue?
Never question a foreign culture.
Patano will ask,
Oh no.
is this all of your king?
Oh, no, that's the first king, King Manchico.
Oh.
He was the one who created the Cheese Kingdom, and after the Great Destruction, we honor him throughout our land. We all hope to be as great as he was.
I see.
Oh, inspiration.
Worm has men like that as well. Hold on. I forgot his name.
Be like that.
Fair.
Master Kel is a great man. For stun statues.
Indeed. But, in any case, you approach what looks to be the throne room, and as he opens up the door, Mother! Father! I have brought guests! You see Kareem go, Prince, this is not the time to just burst in. And you guys won't enter in, and you do see two mice sitting on top of little toy thrones. Well, you would assume are toy thrones, but they look like proper thrones. Though they have a kind of a plastic sheen to them.
Got it.
And with they are wearing like fine robes and crowns upon their head. The king seems to be wearing this blue velvet coat and a golden crown, while the queen seems to be wearing this finely made dress with her red and gold crown. Standing next to him, you see another mouse wearing what looks to be grand priestly robes of white and red.
Worm will drop the spider. Or are we still dragging spider, or did we drop those off someplace?
I mean, you could have dragged it. I imagine he would
Okay.
have took you to the lauder.
Maybe he just
Okay.
got hungry and finally finished it.
Yeah.
Well, then Worm will follow proper procedures, and he will take his bow very appropriately.
Actually, just because I have the map set up for this, so
He knows how he's supposed to behave around royalty.
So, for images purposes, this is the King Cheddar. And
I am 90% sure that is from the movie Dinner with Schmucks.
could very well be, man. I just found random images of mice kings and queens, and this is Queen Bree.
Lovely.
And this is the mouse robe standing next to them.
That guy I've ever seen when he's dead. The robe.
Perfect.
But they go, My son, who have you brought here? Oh, father, these are strange adventures we found out in the lands of the bars. I was hoping to bring them here. I think they may be the chosen one Grand Sage Gorgonzola mentioned to us in prophecy. Indeed. Well, they are definitely strange. Queen Breen looks over, especially at Worm. Who I'm imagining still has a bit of wing sticking out of his mouth just because he was munching on a wasp.
Yeah, that's fine. He and covered in blood and stuff too, but he is definitely in proper stance.
Yeah. It is good to see these brave adventurers here, Marbell. They are very odd, to say the least, but you may be correct. I'm not so sure of this thing. Are we certain they are the Grand Adventure, or perhaps they are spies from the Bread Kingdom? I appreciate your concern, High Priest Swiss, but I believe we will take them at their word at the moment. I don't think the rat folk would use such subterfuge upon us. Honestly, King Rai would more likely send Barbarian just to destroy our gates than to infiltrate us with these folk. Perhaps. And as the High Priest of Swiss looks over at you, the holiest of Jesus, looks up. Well then, strangers, you say you. What proof do you have that you may be the grand saviors of the prophecy of Gorgonzola?
I mean, it was as you had. It was as the prince had said. I mean, he kind of holds his arms out to the sides. I don't think that there are quite many around that look like me. And look like the rest of us, for that matter. But do I know if the key has any significance? Because I know that the prince had
literally
marveled about
one
it.
of the
Okay.
great three keys to open the Grand Cellar that was thought lost.
Yeah, but if
So, yeah.
like that was kind of the immediate next idea.
That is a very, yes, that would be very much the proof.
Yeah, and he will kind of turn over towards turn over towards Worm, and it's just, but if you need anything greater, he will kind of look over towards Worm, and just the key.
Worm will side eye you and give a nod, and then reach into his pockets. He won't specifically look up at the king or the queen or anything, and walk up towards them about halfway, and then kneel again and present it with his hand, still never looking up.
The great key.
Hatan.
Oh,
Oh, gone.
there's the great key of the Delhi Kingdom. This is indeed proof of what you say. That was thought to be lost centuries ago. By the way, at this point, you can recognize that the top piece of the key is very much a piece of salami.
Nice.
Well, that is indeed great news. I suppose with that, we only need the other key of the Bread Kingdom, and the key to the Grand Cellar could be opened once more. Perhaps if we do this, we would be able to once again feed our people proper.
What exactly was that creature you looked up in there?
The Great Destroyer. No one knows or remembers for certain. It struck in shadows, killing all. No one was certain where it went or how it acted. It seemed to mold in with the very surroundings about it, striking at people one at a time. Blades and swords
God.
struck it, but seemed to deflect or pass through it.
Okay. I'm like, it was like you took on about it was like molding, and I was just like, oh no, not Gumby.
Actually, yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Honestly,
It's lumpy.
I love it.
Oh god. Oh god.
Our baby
Oh,
is here
no.
to fucking eat us.
Oh no.
It's just like the Resident Evil baby. It's come back to haunt us.
Fuck.
Oh man, but I mean, and I guess Loic will just speak up as just, and we would be more than happy to help you, but we are all, me and my friends, we don't really know exactly where we are, and we don't really know all that well how this world works and the customs that are within it. If you would be so kind to provide us food and shelter, that would be...
Yes, indeed. You should rest up and gather yourselves. The lantern has air rooming and board for you, I'm sure. Gorgonzola is there as well. You may get more information from his. Cream, if you would be so kind as to take them to Jax. As my king commands. If the three of you would like to follow me, unless you have any questions for the royal family, besides that, of course.
Nothing to think of.
Well, you have a night to
You
think
too?
if things change.
You was just opening up the question to the other two.
Did they take the key from me or no?
No, you still have the key.
Okay. I'm.
Oh.
I would still just be standing there with my hand out holding the key.
You may keep the keys, stranger. It is all we need. After all, it should be under your care since this is your seventh. By the way, at this point, you look at King Cheddar, and he does hold a scepter on his side, and you notice the scepter has this strange, like, chi shape, similar to that of the key, your key in size.
Probably that's where the key is
Yeah.
housed.
He's one of the other possessors.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you have any sort of form of, perhaps, armaments, magical item.
Oh, we do have a store to sell of such things. You can go there to procure if it is you wish.
Wonderful. Well, I don't have anything else.
No worries. Well, Cream, if you would be so kind to take them to Jack's Lantern. As my majesty commands, if the four of you, looks over at Lychee, would like to follow me. He was still wrapped up in the red cape of Prince Marvel.
Worm's going to bow very deeply before he leaves. And
Tano.
will walk. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Oh, and he's just going to walk backwards a good chunk before he turns around.
Yeah, Hatano would give.
Like that.
Hatano would give like the very, formal Eastern bow. Take a leave as well.
Similarly speaking, though admittedly a lot more as Western as Europe gets, if you will, Your Majesties. And he will turn on his heel and move out.
Okay. And as you guys are let out, Cream takes you back outside to the city. He goes, well, Jack's Lantern is just this way as she leads you towards the giant pumpkin in the center of town. I have to admit, I am a little skeptical of what you say, but perhaps Gorgonzola will have more information on this. He's a wise man, though, he is a bit eccentric, just so you're aware. And
How long has...
Gone.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, ask.
How long has this establishment been around?
Oh, Jack's Lantern? I believe it was created 3-4 generations ago.
Well, I can say one thing. You are not correct in being skeptical, but you are wise. I do understand why you would be a bit skeptical at sudden strangers, crazy-looking ones, I'm sure, that you believe, just appearing out of nowhere.
Well, I
Well,
mean... Oh,
How has this building been kept intact? I suppose, does it not deteriorate?
well, apparently what happened is long ago when the original Jack opened it up, we devoured the insides, creating rooms and openings for it, and a sort of preservation spell was used to keep it from decaying further.
Very well.
It also has some nice and comfy furniture and tables for us to sit upon. As she leads you in, as you guys enter Jack's Lantern, you see what looks to be about a dozen or so mice sitting around at various places, drinking You see cheese and other various foods on the tables as they eat. You look over and you see this one white bearded mouse at the end of what looks to be a large piece of bread being supported on 2 olives as the bar. And you look about
Nice.
you, and what you assumed was chairs and tables, or what you thought was tables and stools, are actually mushrooms growing out of the floor itself.
Nice.
As welcome to Jack's Lantern.
Just nice.
Worm's gonna kind of hover and drool a little bit over this group of them.
No, the soldiers. As the soldiers are drinking and marrying, they look over and goes, "Oi, what the heck is that thing? I don't know, Blue. That looks terrifying."
I'm Worm.
Do not worry, gentle mice. He just like whispers that to himself. He's like, do not worry, we are all just from a very far away land.
Don't you have a lot of limbs for a worm?
That is his name, not his species.
Oh! Odd. That's a strange name, isn't it, Colby? I don't know, Blue.
I was waiting for the mouse that was gonna be named Blue. I was waiting. Oh my god. I'm happy. Okay, anyways. But pay us no mind though, we are just here for just about same reasons as any of you.
As you look over, you do see what looks to be a gray mouse in brown robes and a staff looking over to you. Cream sits up next to him and whispers and goes, "What the?" Just kind of coughing as he starts coughing up his drink. "Are you telling me the great prophet-sized warriors are here?" And he stands up, and you see this, what looks to be this tiny little baby ladybug sitting on his shoulder.
Aw.
This is what you see.
Dude, I love that art. That's a great little character.
Yeah,
That
the,
actually, I love that actually.
the artwork for these games comes from a actual board game called Mouse and Mystics, which is like a D&D mouse game. So that's why they look like that's
Yeah, that's great.
I love the rampant alliteration in the tabletop scene. It has to be.
Yes, I know. But as Gorgonzola the Great looks over to you, "Oh, that's amazing! You all the great the heroes I saw in my dreams."
You've dreamt of us.
"Indeed, and I have visions at night. The Medsi thought me mad. Especially when I said they would travel with a mouse of the ancient lands."
He will look over towards Cream and kind of say this quietly because he's pretty sure this old guy probably won't be able to hear him. Is he mad?
Just a little.
He nods, and for the sake of this, yeah, Loic will lean into it a little bit. He will enter the old man's mind.
Oh.
And we'll just we'll just say the solemn message. You are more right than you know then.
"God, is that you?"
Wait, what did he say?
"God, is that you?"
A god?
Me, Gorgonzola.
It's me, Gorgonzola, yeah.
Loic will open his mouth and speak openly out, but saying the exact same words. So it's almost like it's that weird instance of hearing the same thing from two different sources. It's just, I am not God. I'm standing before you, but I do have my abilities.
Oh!
You have-
He kind of like starts cleaning out his ear because he just assumed like he didn't hear you proper and didn't see your lip move, so he just starts cleaning his ear.
Yeah,
You
one audio source dilutes, but the other one does not.
You have deities that you worship.
Oh, yes, there are deities of the great ones, the ancient titans that once ruled this land.
tortilla cheese. You're welcome.
And
You're all welcome.
what may they be? Or who may they be?
There was the great, great keeper of the tavern, a mighty giant, poured the great wines and beers from the sky and heavens. There was the luscious tavern maid who wandered the streets and bounced upon the land, giving the bounty to all.
If one understands this correctly, you telling me you worship barman and tavern wench.
I don't know what those words mean.
I think Worm likes this place very much.
Wait, if you don't know what barmen or I guess, well, I won't divulge what the other one he said. But what exactly are you? Well, what exactly is him over there? It points over towards Jack, who is behind the.
Jack,
What's
he's
his-
the pumpkin keeper.
The pumpkin keeper. Understood.
Some like to think of him as the king of them.
I just shake my head. But anyway, kind of looking back over towards Worm, he kind of remembers his previous words, and it's just. But I mean, we can talk more about this sort of holy mission, perhaps later. I mean, I know the lot of us all are varying levels of beaten up from the encounter that we had before. In fact,
You had an altercation?
yes, we kind of ended up being around what you would call insectoids. Aggressive ones. Spiders, wasps.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. Did you get any back?
Um,
Did bring some.
Oh, that's wonderful. Spider's great with tea.
Loic just kind of like holds in a gag.
So crunchy when you dip it in.
Hano seems unfazed.
Was Worm drooling?
I was trying to think of something else gross to eat them with, but I guess I'm just slow on the draw and I can't think of like Worm prefers them with fucking I don't know.
Hot cocoa?
Yeah, sure. Worm prefers them with hot cocoa.
I like the idea of Worm drinking hot chocolate for some reason.
They just
One of
use
a
like
giant crab spider leg.
they just hollow out the spider leg, use it as a straw, and then crunch on it. Like
Yeah.
so.
Nah!
Kind of like when you make those licorice straws from Twizzlers.
Yeah,
I'm not incredibly made uncomfortable by the notion of eating insects and arachnids, but like at the same time, Loic, however, he's
Dude, I like
please
this
stop talking,
place.
please stop talking. Yeah, it's cool.
It turns
Well,
out
like-
that mice are not that different from primal lizards.
Yeah,
Who guessed?
I mean, sometimes they're generally the same size. Sometimes, but yeah, no, Loic will just keep on smiling, just stay stoic in the face of all this nastiness, and yeah, we'll just not comment. But he will instead ask, though, is there a chance that we could perhaps get some food that isn't insectoid in nature?
Oh, we do have
But she said we weren't allowed to
cheese.
eat the mice.
For special occasions.
Loic would just like right as he's about to say mice, he just no. You know what? In fact, actually, you know, no mind. Yes, cheese. You said.
Jack, if you would be so kind, bring some cheese and what would you all like to drink?
What do you have to drink?
You hear across the bar shouting at you, "Oh, we got water. We got pumpkin juice. We also got some olive."
Water's fine.
Okay. You see him like dunk his grab a glass and just like dunk him into one of the olives that's set up like a barrel.
I love it.
God, it's like the inside is fermented.
I hope
Lord.
I hope these mice are named Vitamin A, Vitamin B, and Vitamin C.
God. Anyways, yeah. Like he'll just ask. He's just a water, please.
Olive juice.
Oh, very good. And he gives you some. You guys get your glasses, and a large chunk of cheese, is almost like half the size of worm, is plopped onto the table.
Jesus fucking Christ. Or should I say Jesus? Ah, no.
Jesus.
You see
I
Ichi kind of just go on the table and put her paws on there and sniff the cheese and start nibbling on the edge.
Worm will also start digging in, but through mouthfuls of food, he will ask the question, "So how do we become heroes of your land?"
Well, my prophecy isn't exactly thing. I foresee you taking out the Bread Kingdom one way or the other. I mean, not sure how. The vision should show various ways of doing this. You could perhaps crush them under an iron fist, or make some sort of alliance, or I'm not certain. You could rise our armies and perhaps lead them into glorious war.
You left no better person, cause Worm, when he was a young Worm, he had to kill lots of rats. They didn't give Worm a lot of food, and you don't get very big eating the Worm. Worm's a very good rat killer.
well, granted, but we've been told that might actually be useful.
I think we should perhaps try to reason with them first.
It would not be
Sure,
against that.
Tackling whatever this thing is within the cellar would be best. Or with some forces.
I mean, we did hear what Marbell had said before, Prince Marbell. These rats, they aren't above eating their kind. I'm not exactly
No one's
sure
above
how
eating their kind.
that. No, I'm not going to pretend like that's subjective. No, Worm, that's just weird.
She'll also kind of lean in towards Loic and kind of say quietly, but we've only heard their side of the story. What if, from the rat's end, the mice are barbaric?
He will whisper back. It's just, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not very interested in sides of stories, I'm interested in survival.
That's fair. Well,
But
What?
handling things without a fight would mean we, well, have to put ourselves in less dangerous situations.
he would esteem her kind of for a moment, just meeting eyes after kind of more or less leaning into her at that time. But he kind of looks at her directly and kind of nods at that. I suppose so. If the time comes, I mean, given that you're suggesting this, I would take it that you would happen to be good at such.
Oh no.
I understand.
And she just kind of looks over towards you. I tend to give a very haunting, not a very inviting feeling when people talk to me, so... As the
What?
floor kind
No.
of shifts with the shadows.
It's like Loke very much is like Do I look fat in this dress? What? No, but like very clearly, he's just like sees the shadows. Like you can tell, just a little bit of him is maybe a little bit spooked, maybe. But other than that, though, sorry, you
If we
said
don't
something.
want to, if we don't want to fight rats, we don't want to befriend rats, we could fight monster that made them separate.
Well, that seems to be the goal, right? Once we eventually find it, wherever it is.
We still need the key from rats.
Oh, that's right. I 100% forgot the rats do have a key.
Yes, if it is between diplomacy and conquest, yes, I do think diplomacy would be perhaps a little bit of a smarter idea, but
And it's gone.
I will say that I have no other way of putting this other than I can try doing that. I just can't confirm that I will be able to do all that well.
Oh, no, it's fine. What I'm saying is, it would be perhaps a good attempt to try, but it's not like we can't resort to violence and conquest if it doesn't work out. That's completely on the table, and usually often what it comes down to. So,
You wouldn't happen to have any reservations against violence outside of
oh
insects?
no.
Okay. It's like not a moment passes where you think he disbelieves anything that you're saying. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, if it's depending on how it is, I suppose I will probably be making the call on whether or not we switch to a more confrontational tactic.
You are definitely the middleman in this.
I suppose. I mean, if this was Morgana, she would probably somehow electrocute the individual, which I feel wouldn't bode very well for rat folk. Sonam isn't the most... Yeah, he's not the most. And
Not the
I think it'd be
He's
better
not
off with
the
Lychee
most,
trying to make the negotiations over Sona.
There's
Yeah,
no need to. I firmly agree. Mr. Lork should be ambassador to rat people. And if not work out, we
beat them.
That's what I said.
uh-huh.
Oh no. But
I just like to imagine Worm just ends up joining the Rat Kingdom and becomes their lord, and is like, I'm just gonna stay here.
Dude, the Pumpkin Kingdom's great so far. I can't imagine how the actual barbarians, well, from what it sounds like, are gonna be for a barbarian. It's gonna be great.
I gotta, that'll be next week's game. I gotta build that stuff still.
but while we're sitting here, then Loic will turn over to the cheese and will take out one of his clean daggers and cut out a nice piece of him, or piece of it. So yeah, he's seeing the Lychee nibbling, and he's not too fond of that tactic. Yeah, he prefers a cleaner method.
I just imagine Worm's been doing the same thing. Like, no plate, just like is also leaning in and eating.
Worm, when Loic goes to cut off a piece, Worm kind of gives him like, no, this is my fucking section.
Wait, what?
Like, as you go to cut off your piece, like the first cut, like, no, Worm's got his arms out. He's covering a section of the cheese.
This is my cheese. That is yours.
Not
This
not
is
the whole
mine.
cheese. Just
Yeah,
this section's mine.
yeah. I feel like Loic is like mildly confused. And it's just, would you like that cut off for you, or?
No. Worm's gonna look at you like you're.
In other words, he's eating it exactly like lychee.
Are there any equivalences of chopsticks around?
I mean, chopsticks is literally just two pieces of anything you can.
Oh
make-
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
So
yeah.
what
I
is
mean,
that?
you could find two knives. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they'd work like chopsticks.
Do they have like actual knives? What do the knives look like? Are they just
They're
Small pieces
literally.
of wood.
Actually, for the purposes of this, you want chopsticks? You walk outside for 2 seconds, you see splinters, you pull them up like freaking giant things, and now you have 2 splinter chopsticks. Since a splinter
Wonderful.
would be
Oh,
about the
wait.
size of a chopstick here.
her stuff would shrink, right? Like
Yeah, everything you
obviously,
have
so-
would shrink
okay,
with
cool.
you. Yes.
She'll just pull out her own chopsticks.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Look, I feel like you would kind of look over towards Worm and just kind of ask him, preferably when he seems like the least amount of food is in his mouth, or if he hasn't started eating yet. I am curious. Do you like having dried blood all over you?
is used to it at this point.
Well, yes, you may be used to it, but do you like it?
Most people like it. And it makes Worm look strong. Terrifying.
What do you mean by most people?
Worm is performer.
Right. So not everyday individuals, people who are watching you perform, as you call it?
It's complicated. Let Worm try to dumb it down for you.
He just nods.
Worm very strong. People buy Worm for strong, angry Worm. So Worm is strong and angry. He is treated well by masters when people love him.
Well, I respect your dedication. Certainly, I understand it not that much, but I mean, you're off the job now. I don't think anybody bought you in order to get you here, right?
Master Wizard.
Did he buy you, or did he just take you?
What is difference?
One involves a transaction, the other is, frankly, being accosted.
Well, Worm's first master took him.
I like how you're trying to explain, like, it's okay to be a slave as long as you're bought and paid for.
Yeah.
I mean... Sweats.
I mean, isn't that the American, fast food
Yeah!
industry, retail industry?
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think it's fully, like, settled on Loic that, like, Worm's an actual slave.
Worm is a proud slave.
I think
Yeah.
Worm has announced himself as a slave in front of you several times.
It is a good
That's the
title.
thing, though. They probably don't come from the same world. He has no idea if that means the exact same thing. He's never cared to question him.
Fair enough. I suppose slavery could be something different. He's a wage slave.
Exactly.
He's just a wage slave. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, hey.
Worm's got a 9-to-5 job in a cubicle back in his world.
Exactly. Slave to the
Worm's-
system.
Like I'll say it simply. In Worm's world, he is great celebrity.
He's got that 9-to-5 cubicle job, and this is his entire Fight Club.
Yeah.
That aside, though, but it's just... Well, I mean, I suppose, but I was going to offer if you would like that blood taken off of you if you did not like it. But since you seem to be used to it, and that makes you feel more appealing, then I won't stop you.
If it bothers you, Worm does not mind. Worm just is not bothered by it. Hatano, you like blood on Worm or no?
I don't mind it. Doesn't bother me. It's not my opinion to say, I suppose.
I personally try to avoid the smell of blood when I can afford it.
Well, Worm believes himself good for it. Go ahead.
Admittedly, my method is going to be a little bit odd, if you're okay with that.
Are you gonna just start wiping me down?
Gives Worm a sponge bath in the middle of the pumpkin.
Look grabs his cup of water and sips it a little bit, and he just throws it on your face. Before he will use shape water to kind of move it around inside of those areas very quickly and almost too quickly, picking up the already likely baked in pieces of blood and soaking it into it before he just kind of lets it suspend in air, freezes it, and it falls to the ground, falls on the table, just like in a nice perfect cube. You are. You can. I mean, you can't eat the blood cube.
Yeah.
Loic will not stop you.
This is a good day for Worm. You got cheese in a blood cube. He's gonna give you the section of cheese he's sectioned off for himself. He's gonna slide his hand over a little bit, Loic. Worm thanks you.
I'll see about that side. Let me finish my own first. But
Worm's,
yeah, that's
Worm's gonna be admiring his hands and stuff. He's got fucking good looking hands.
That was a rather amusing scene to watch.
yeah. I didn't know how really to explain that I was going to do something that could start bar fights and just about those scenarios. Now that I think about it, though, I probably could have just told him that I was going to. He just like stops himself and goes back to eating cheese. He is not paid to think. He's paid to hit things.
Dude. Same.
Hatana kind of looks over towards, is Cream
Cream's there, yes.
Gorgonzola?
Cream goes
Cream, what exactly do you have for wares in this kingdom?
Yeah, well, we have things from the ancient days, but weapons, armors. I believe we even have locations of ancient healing potions still.
Interesting. Anything of the magical sort, or perhaps no?
Some, but they would be exceptionally rare.
Very well.
I suppose it depends what you're looking for, Miss Hatano.
I was just curious.
Well, we may have some of the magical wares, but mostly, unfortunately, it is the mundane. Most
What
of the
would you
magical
even-
wares are used by the royal family.
What do you trade here? Then?
Oh, currency.
For
Uh,
yes.
Well, to be fair, most of our currency is, of course, coin. And she brings out a coin, and what you thought would be like a silver coin, you look at, and once again, it basically is just a piece of like an aluminum can that has been cut out to shape like a coin.
Our money's no good here.
Our money's no good here.
Throws up coins in sadness.
I don't throw up coins anymore. I get. Oh, I never. It hasn't happened yet. But
Yeah.
they took my coins. I like that one.
Alas.
I thought the coins was your blessing.
Is it? Oh, it is my blessing. I threw up coins earlier.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Judah.
No problems, bud.
That's what I'm saying. Coin puking's a blessing, not a curse, because that's a bonus. It just comes up in a horrible way.
Fucking 36. God, I'm rich. Dude, we'll just go ahead and fit that in right here as I'm scarfing cheese down. Worm's gonna lean back. He's just gonna burp, and you guys are gonna watch like 36 coins fall out of his mouth.
For the sake of the gag, it will be their version of the coinage since you're in this world. That's everybody just looks over at you. That was unexpected.
I would say so. Yes. Well, no, I've seen this.
Dude, that was amazing! And you see Gorgonzola walk over the worm, and he just like opens his mouth and sticks his head in there. He's like, "Is there anything else down here?"
I wouldn't advise that.
God.
You see Cream kind of grab Gorgonzola and pull him away after a couple seconds, but for a moment you saw the man.
Say, if we want to do a scene of me snapping down, I could do that. But
He basically was doing the lion in the lion's mouth. Yeah.
The teeth cleaning bird and the crocodile.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Dorohedoro, but that's like
Oh
the
yes, I
crocodile.
know.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Oh god, yeah.
so I have 36 aluminum pieces.
Yep, which is the equivalency of gold. So you got 36 gold here. For the sake of you, Worm, that your blessing matters. All your gold actually right now is the aluminum pieces.
Okay.
So like you have currency.
Yeah.
Dude, now that I think
Worm-
about it, Worm is so close to Kaiman and likeness.
Yeah, he really is. Now that I look at it, he could have used that picture.
Well, Worm's gonna buy a round of olive juice for the house.
Everybody kind of cheers.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and take all 36 off of that. I will spend it all on olive juice, pumpkin juice.
Like,
Dude,
water.
man, like a couple coins would buy everybody. You don't have to do
Oh.
36. Like that would be...
I keep thinking aluminum pieces. You keep telling me it's gold, and that's just not sticking.
Yeah, it's gold, man. It's still gold. Their coinage is just aluminum instead of gold.
Yeah, no, I got you. So I take 2 off.
Yeah. I'm making it easy since it lets your curse be, or it lets your blessing be useful right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. But as Cream looks over and Gorgonzola goes, well, is there anything else the lot of you would like to discuss, or do you prefer the call tonight? Things are getting late these days.
We should. Well, I don't have anything else. I should probably call it tonight. Yeah, well.
Oh god.
I was gonna say Worm will nod in agreement with that.
Traversing time-space can get a little... Yeah. I would like to retire as well.
Very well. Then we will see you in the morning. I will show you to... Jack, if you'd show them to the rooms. Oh, yeah. Right away. Just come this way. And Jack will grab you guys. And he takes you to these back rooms outside, like a branch off of the pumpkin, where you see, like, 4 beds made for you, and the beds are just giant matchboxes.
Nice.
As you guys tuck
Worm's gonna
yourself...
set up this pillow and sheet that he stole from that other room.
Oh, God, that's right.
Oh my...
God. I forgot that he stole that.
So did I.
He's had it wrapped, like the sheet wrapped around him holding the pillow. I think that was how it was set up.
Yeah.
Was there like sheets and pillows already in the matchbox?
Yeah, there was comforting. Though the sheets and pillows consist of like paper and what looks to be a stale marshmallow.
Oh god, ew.
Sounds like a delicious midnight snack.
When just about when Worm eats his pillow, it's a good time. His sleep.
Dude, this place was made for Worm.
This whole fucking world was made for Worm.
Worm's like, I never want to leave. I found my new home. I can only imagine what happens when he eats the barbarian rat kingdom next.
Quite excited.
God.
But as you guys wrap yourselves up for the night and go to bed with the soft, slumbering ways in the kingdom of cheese, we'll end it there for today, guys.
No.
Alrighty.